Nothing off limits Sam Mendes to direct 4 Beatles films, one about each member. The director of 1917 announces ambitious project which has full approval of Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr and the families of John Lennon and George Harrison. Sam Mendes, the Oscar-winning director of 2 of the most successful ever James Bond films, is to tackle another multi-million-pound British cultural institution, the Beatles. The director has announced that he will make 4 separate fiction films, one for each member of the band. The project has the blessing of Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, and of the families of John Lennon and George Harrison. It marks the first time they, and rights holders Apple, have granted full life story and music rights for a scripted film. Mendes explained that the 4 films will all be released in 2027 and tell interconnected stories, one from each band member's point of view. The dating cadence of the films, explained a press release, will be innovative and groundbreaking. "I'm honored to be telling the story of the greatest rock band of all time," he said, and excited to challenge the notion of what constitutes a trip to the movies. No writers or cast have yet been announced. Mendes producer Pippa Harris explained that the director had the idea more than a year ago, and it's a testament to his creative brilliance and powers of persuasion that Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, Sean Lennon and Olivia Harrison responded with such warmth and enthusiasm as soon as he spoke with them. She told Deadline, "What is truly exciting is for Sam to have the freedom to delve into the lives of each of the Beatles, with nothing off limits and no sense of the band wanting him to tell a particular authorized version of their rise to success." Sony Pictures chairman and CEO Tom Rothman added, "Theatrical movie events today must be culturally seismic. Sam's daring large-scale idea is that and then some." Pairing his premier filmmaking team with the music and the stories of 4 young men who changed the world will rock audiences all over the globe. "We are deeply grateful to all parties and look forward ourselves to breaking some rules with Sam's uniquely artistic vision." The Beatles formed in 1960 and changed the course of musical history before breaking up in 1970. As well as their numerous albums and hit singles, they made 5 features to tie in with seismic albums, beginning with A Hard Day's Night in 1964 and ending with Let It Be 1970, all of which were well received, aside from 1967's Magical Mystery Tour. Dozens of documentaries have been made about the band, including Ron Howard's The Beatles 8 Days a Week, The Touring Years 2016, and Get Back, Peter Jackson's acclaimed 3-part 8-hour movie from 2021. About 18 biopics of the band have also appeared on the big and small screen, of which the most acclaimed are 1994's Backbeat, which focuses on sometime guitarist Stuart Sutcliffe, and 2009's Nowhere Boy, about the adolescence of John Lennon. Last year saw the release of Now and Then, purportedly the final track featuring all 4 key Beatles, which involved McCartney, Harrison and Starr accompanying and adapting an audio track laid down by John Lennon before his murder in 1980. Mendes was born in 1965, when Help was topping the charts in the UK and US. His most recent film, Empire of Light, was an autobiographical drama set in the early 1980s and whose soundtrack and plot featured a considerable amount of contemporary two-tone. His debut film, American Beauty, won 5 Oscars in 2000, including Best Picture, Director and Leading Actor for Kevin Spacey. His 2 James Bond films, Skyfall 2012 and Spectre 2015, remain the highest grossing in the franchise, while the former is widely regarded as the most critically acclaimed. His single-shot war film, 1917, went into the 2020 Oscars with 10 nominations, winning 3 awards, but losing out on the key gongs to Parasite. Mendes' stage career includes high-profile revivals of classic musicals including Cabaret 1993, Oliver 1994, Company 1995, and Gypsy 2003. In 2013, he directed the original West End staging of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical. His latest production, Jez Butterworth's new play The Hills of California, recently opened in London.